top 5 best vanilla fragrances. So, vanilla is an extremely popular note among fragrances, but sometimes it can be a little bit boring. Sometimes it can be a little bit plain and uninteresting. So I've picked some fragrances for women that have some more interesting vanilla notes. So I'm going to start with a very much a classic, which is Shalimar from Guerlain. So this is an old fragrance from the 1920s, but I still think it holds up pretty well today. So this is for those who prefer more intense and smoky fragrances that are mixed with vanilla versus the classic sugary sweet vanilla. So this is primarily an incense and vanilla fragrance here. It's definitely very smoky, very kind of mysterious and seductive, and at the same time it has a amazing vanilla note. It's not your typical vanilla note because it's not your, sugary sweet vanilla like candy or ice cream or something. This is more of a kind of warm, kind of bourbon vanilla sort of thing. So definitely very unique. Definitely best for those who want something warmer, more kind of mature, that sort of thing. This is very long lasting as well. The vanilla note actually is kind of what stays around the longest because it's so heavy and intense mixed with that incense note. So definitely about 8 hours of longevity here, maybe even 9 in some cases, but this is a classic option, really luxurious, and I mean, this is one of my personal favorites. I wear this all the time, especially in cold weather now that it's autumn, so really good option. Then for something more modern and probably more popular among the younger crowd, this is of course Black Opium. This is a modern classic, I suppose. This definitely has some unique notes. It mainly has some black coffee notes, a little bit of orange blossom, and of course the vanilla. So this is very strong, actually. This is a popular clubbing fragrance. People kind of know it as a clubbing fragrance, a party fragrance. But it doesn't have to be limited to those expectations. This is also a really good option for cold weather, and of course in most areas of the world it is getting kind of cold. So this is a really good option to start wearing, and it just has, a lot of people enjoy this. It has some pretty nice notes in it. The coffee mixed with the orange blossom mixed with the vanilla. It's definitely on the sweeter side. You're gonna get more of a sugary vanilla on this one instead of more of a warm, toasty vanilla. So definitely better for those who prefer the sugary aspect of this note, but definitely a really nice modern option, and very strong. Definitely gonna last a long time. As a clubbing fragrance, you would expect it to last all evening, all night, and it certainly does that without any troubles. So besides this one, another one which I really enjoy, this is a unisex option. This is Manera Red Tobacco. Again, for those who prefer the heavier sort of fragrances, this is a really delicious tobacco fragrance mixed with Madagascar vanilla. So it has mainly tobacco, a little bit of oud, some sandalwood, some fruit notes, and the vanilla. So you are getting a really delicious mix of scents here. It's heavy at the same time being sweet, which is very unique. It really does a good job of mixing the heavy tobacco note and the oud, which is pretty musky, and then sweetening it up with the vanilla and then some of the fruit notes like apple and pear. So it's this kind of perfect unisex blend of notes. For me, I think it's a really wonderful fragrance. It is super toasty, super warm. At the same time, it has that sweetness kind of pulling on it to make sure it's balanced. Again, the vanilla in this fragrance is more of a warm, toasty vanilla instead of sugary sweet. So that's kind of why I like it the most. It is just a nice, warm, kind of like a radiating fireplace, of this warm, cozy coziness. So very pleasant option here. Then moving on to another one, which is Libra by Yves Saint Laurent. And this is a pretty popular modern option for the moment. It is a very kind of green, light fragrance. It's on the lighter side. It has some lavender in it, some orange blossom, some other florals, a little bit of musk, and then of course the Madagascar vanilla. So the vanilla in this is kind of not too sugary sweet, but not too warm and heavy either. Kind of like right in the middle, blended really beautifully with the lavender and orange notes. You're definitely getting something a little bit more herbal, a little bit more fresh here. Definitely super feminine. And definitely best for those who are looking for something a little bit lighter, a little bit, you know, not too heavy, not too warm, just more kind of in the middle. It is definitely a very nice fragrance, a reliable sort of fragrance. Like once you put it on, you don't have to worry about it. It does what it's supposed to do, and it's just very pleasant. And as I said, on the fresher side of things, but a downside, because it is a little bit lighter and fresher, it's not going to have the same quality of longevity. So I would say longevity is more like 5 hours here, maybe a little bit less depending, but it's still a high quality fragrance. It's still going to perform really well. Really good projection as well. People will definitely notice it on you. And it's just kind of like those one of those no-brainer fragrances. As soon as you put it on, you know it smells good. Other people are going to think that you smell good. So it's just a kind of nice option to wear if you don't really know what else you should wear and you still want to smell some nice vanilla on yourself. Then we have the ever-famous Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. So this is a really, really nice one. Again, kind of similar to Red Tobacco. We have another tobacco fragrance, but this, you know, is very closely paired with the vanilla. And I mean, in my opinion, the mixture of tobacco and vanilla is one of the most amazing combinations of fragrance notes just ever. It is, I mean, obviously here we're going for more of a warm vanilla here, instead of light and sugary and fluffy. So this is just a really, really delicious option. It's also a little bit ambery, a little bit spicy, very versatile. It's a unisex option, and it's just, you know, super nice. It's kind of a no-nonsense fragrance. You put it on, you mean business. Super attractive, super long-lasting. I would say minimum 8 hours. That tobacco note really grounds the fragrance and makes sure it doesn't go anywhere. So it's also extremely well known and well liked by most people. So again, one of those fragrances where you know you will smell good and you don't have to worry about it. So those are the main fragrances that I have for this list. Of course, if you have any questions or opinions about these, you can always leave those down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.